Hello everyone, welcome to episode 49 of Reconstructing Cave Story. In this episode we're going to begin to work on the Gun Experience HUD, and this is going to last more than just this episode. It'll be maybe 2 or 3 episodes long, and we're just going to go over how to create this Experience HUD. So the way it works is our Polar Star has 3 levels of experience. And you can, it's just like leveling up in any sort of RPG, except it's like a little more dynamic like that than that because you can lose experience and lose levels. But we need to be able to represent this visually to the player. So we're going to create the HUD or the basics of the HUD in this episode. So it's going to be drawn immediately above our health HUD. And I'm just going to go into how the experience system works a little bit. So if you played Cave Story, this should be really familiar. But if let's say you have 0 points of experience, then you're going to be in level 1, but it's tiered system. So once you get 10 points of experience, your gun is leveled up to level 2. Now it has 2 blaster points, and then in the case of the Polar Star, it's 20 more experience points, and you get to level 3. And each gun is pretty unique, and some of them don't follow this model, but this is the model that the Polar Star follows. So this is what we're going to implement first. So just another example, so assuming we're level 2, the way it will be displayed is you'll see this level 2 indicator in the top left, and this whole thing right here is what is going to be displayed, and it'll be above the health HUD, and you'll see you have 20 experience points total, so you'll be past this 10 points, and then you'll be 10 points into this. So that'll be halfway through, and so you'll see the experience bar is filled halfway through. So let me show you what the graphics look like, so it's not just ASCII art, but you'll just see this level right here, this LV associated with that, and then the number 2, and then here this is the background of the bar right here, and it looks pretty similar to our health background bar, but it is different. And then it'll get filled with this yellow sprites halfway. So that's what it looks like. And then once you get to 40 experience points or more, you don't collect any more experience points, and you instead get covered with this max thing. So you see this max sprite covering the HUD, the experience bar HUD area, so that you know that you can't receive any more experience points. And then also, there's a cool effect where every time you collect experience, the experience bar flashes for about 800 milliseconds, but we're not going to get into that until we actually create some experience for us to collect. So what are we going to do in this episode? This episode, we're just going to lay out the foundations. We're just going to create a gun experience class to hold all of this and to draw everything. Everything is going to be drawn immediately above the health HUD, which is at 3/2 of a tile unit, so that's going to be the draw Y position for everything. And then there's three things total that we're going to be drawing. It's the LV sprite, the level number sprite, and the experience bar. And so the LV sprite, this is the positioning of it. Again, it's right over here, and then here's the experience bar. But for level number, we are going to be using our number sprite class because it looks identical to our health HUD number. So yeah, that's it. A lot of talking, but that's all we're going to be doing in this episode. And probably the next couple episodes, I'll probably be referencing this again. So yeah, let's get started. So let's start by opening up a Gun Experience HUD class. And I know I said Gun Experience here, but I mean HUD, Gun Experience HUD, because this is going to be the view. It's not going to be actually the Gun Experience, which will be, we'll probably create one later, but yeah, let's stick with this for now. I won't get into that. So header Gun Experience HUD.h, there we go. And 1 for the CC because I know we're going to need it. And include header guards. Forgive me for a second. I forgot if we capitalized HUD or not, so I'm going to check in player health. HUD number. Okay, yeah, we capitalized HUD. Sorry. Go away. Yeah. So this in total is going to have 3 sprites. But we aren't going to hold on to the number sprite because that's not what we've been doing. We've been kind of just using it on the spot. I guess we could change that around so that we don't have to... Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so experience bar sprite and the level sprite. So let's do those. So sprite on experience bar and level sprite. So let's include sprite. Let's also create a constructor that takes in a graphics. So that we can initialize these, and then we'll also need a draw method, so let's do that, void draw. And we know where to draw ourselves, so we don't need to take it in an X or a Y. So let's just leave it at that. Yeah, let's copy over our constants now. So I'm just going to copy and paste these so that I can reference them easier. So this is for our level sprite, so let's start making those constants. So const units of tile. How about, yeah, units of tile. Okay, level source x equals 5 tile units. So let's do 5. Source y is going to be in game units because it's actually 1 to 2 pixels shy of being 5 tile units, which is kind of interesting, I guess. It's the only example so far I've run into like that. And then our width and height, source width is going to be 1 tile unit. And source height is going to be, again, in units of game, but half a tile unit, so k half tile. Let's scope that in. Okay, so let's copy over our other, our experience bar, source x and y, and width and height, so that we can get those two. So experience source x is going to be tile, or let's just do game. I guess that's more efficient. But I'm not worried about efficiency, just saying. Okay, experience bar, source x, and source y is going to be 9 half tile units, so 9 times units k half tile, and then width and height. Which is 5 half tiles for width and 1 half tile for height. Okay, let's get the draw positions next. So let's start with source draw. X for the level is 1 unit, so is 1 tile unit, so k level draw x is going to be 1. Okay, experience bar draw x is going to be 5 halves tile units, so let's do that in units of game, which is what we have, so 5 times units of half tile, units half tile, there we go. And what else do we need? The draw position for our level number. So let's do k level number draw x. Which is at 3 half tiles. So let's change this to game. And then finally is our draw y, which is at 3 half tile units. And I'm just going to call it k draw y because we use it for everything in our HUD. And just put it at the top. Okay, so yeah, that gets all of our constants. That was fun, right? The answer is yes. Yes, it was fun. So let's grab these and implement these. Oh, but there's one more constant. Before I do that, const standard string k sprite name is text box. Right, because this is textbox.bitmap. See? Okay. So, no, don't put me in insert mode. Okay. So let's start with our GunExperienceHUD constructor. And call the constructors for our experience bar sprite, passing it graphics, k, give me the other one, k sprite name. So this is going to be game to pixel for all of our experience bar stuff. So let's do units, game to pixel, k experience bar source x, same for source y, and source width, and source height. See, all in game. Game. I am checking. And that's the end of that constructor call. Let's copy and paste. No, let's not. Let's just copy and paste that. So this will be level sprite. Construct that with graphics k sprite name, and then we'll do tile to pixel for our x and our width. So units, okay, level source x, and game to pixel for our source y, and then width is tile to pixel, and height is game to pixel. And that should take care of that. Now we can implement draw. And this is going to be really easy for now, because let's ignore our number. Yeah, experience bar sprite is going to be dot draw, giving it graphics and a position in the x, which is units. Game to pixel. Yeah, game to pixel for k experience bar draw x. And then we'll move this down so it doesn't go off screen. K draw y, which is, I believe, a unit of game. It is, indeed. And then we can also draw our level sprite too. Doesn't matter what order because they don't overlap. So let's do our level sprite at k level draw x, which is a tile position. So let's do tile to pixel. Wait a second. Draw takes in units of game. Oh man. That's the only one we needed to convert. Oh dang. I'm sorry. Well, that cleaned it up a little bit, so I'm happy about that. Okay, Now we can actually add a gun experience HUD to our game class, see if it's drawing in the right position, but not actually use it in the right way yet, because it's not ready for that. It's just, we just got to test what we've done so far, and that's it. So game.h, let's add a temporary gun experience HUD. So let's include gun experience HUD, of course. We can't just do that. It needs to take in a graphics. So let's do a boost scopes pointer. HUD. We don't have any other HUDs right now, and this is temporary. And then go into game CC, include gun experience HUD. Again, this is temporary. Ideally, I think we're going to have a gun experience object, which is going to hold on to this gun experience HUD so that it can tell it to what to draw. So let's do gun HUD dot reset new gun experience HUD, giving it graphics. What is not happy about this? Cannot open source file gun experience HUD. Did I spell it wrong? Damn it. I totally spelled it wrong. You know what? This just happens to everyone. That's all. I'm just gonna tell myself that. Experience. There we go. That's how you spell it. Now it's happy. So now we can draw it. And we're going to draw it right alongside our player HUD. So HUD, draw, graphics. Let's see it in action. Man, this is painful. Okay, there we go. Yep. We see our HUD. Let's also draw our HUD number and see if that's working. But what are we going to draw for our HUD number? Well, let's actually pass that into our draw method. So let's take in a gun level. And so let's actually add that to our units because gun level is kind of a unit in and of itself. So let's go to units.h. Type def. We'll do unsigned int. Gun level. Camel case. Okay, so that's in units. Now let's take it into our draw method. So units of gun level. And take that into our draw method. And then we'll do a number sprite, which we need to include. And we want to create a, let's see, a HUD number. And it takes in a graphics and the number you want to draw and then the number of digits. So graphics, the number we want to draw is gun level. And then the number of digits is going to be 2 because that's how many digits are in our HUD number. Otherwise it'll be left adjusted and won't be beautiful. So let's build. And we would get an error because we are not calling it with the correct gun level. Let's give it a gun level of 1. So let's build again. All right. Nothing yet. Maybe I didn't build in time. HUD. Oh, duh, we need to actually draw it. We can't just create it and not draw it. So dot draw. Where do we want to draw it? We want to draw it at k level number draw x and k draw y. Ah, finally. Okay, I think that looks good, and I think that's about it for this episode. The next episode, we will probably add in the experience fill bar and some other handy features to our experience HUD. So that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, guys, and happy developing.